Hello and welcome from Birmingham. Today we are bringing you a special live and absolutely exclusive coverage of cricket and cricket. Yes, exactly. This is going to be the biggest show that we're going to be presenting from England. Guess what do we have? We have a countdown of the fourth and the most important test match for India in the last 2 decades. We also have the biggest universe boss talking to us exclusively about his exploits, about his promise that he's kept in the WCL. Yes, he's a part and he's a leader of the WIC, the West Indies champions team that is playing at the WCL. Well, stick around to know more about the test match in England, the WCL, and also, if we have time, we're going to take a sneak peek inside how the Indian women team are playing in England. Well, joining me first up is the off spinner from Zimbabwe, who's currently settled in England. Let's see what he has to talk about the first day of the fourth test match. In the last 20 years, that's going to be more important. And guess what? Indians haven't scored or won a test match here at the Old Trafford. Of course, we're going to be taking our viewers live to Old Trafford in a while, but today we'll have to make do with John Nimbu's assessment from the video call. John, welcome to the show. Let's talk about stats. Stats between Joe Root and Jasprit Bumrah are very exciting. When you look at the dismissal, he's got about 11 times. Should Team India strategize to unleash Bumrah in the extended spells and a short burst, considering that Joe Root has an Achilles heel and that's been called Jasprit Bumrah? Your views?
I think the Indians have generally used Bumrah well, and as he is their premier strike bowler, you generally don't want to bowl your strike bowler in long spells. You want them to be short, sharp. Where they come, they attack, they bowl at high pace, they hit those good areas and then try and then get the wicket for you at that point in time, and he's done that throughout the series. So I think they should just use him the way they've been doing, and he'll just deliver. And every time he's bowled, and then Joe Root has been in, he's created problems, and at times he's got him out. That's why that state just even says that in the 11 tests that he's played, he's dismissed him. So I think they've been doing well. They just continue using him in that regard, unless if maybe he's on a roll and he's getting wicket after wicket. That's when you might take the gamble of giving him an extra over or two. But generally, they've used him very well.
Well, let's moving on to the second question of the day. India has played only one test at Old Trafford in the last 30 years, yes. And that was the test where Sachin Tendulkar cut loose. And in 1990, that was the only Indian to score the century. And you've got this photograph of Sachin flashing on your television screens. With this, do you think Indians do not have the psychological edge? Forget the stats, forget their performance. Look at the psychological part of it. Do you think Indians lack something? Because they haven't won anything on it in the last several decades. Your views?
The biggest motivation or pressure, as you say, that can be in this game is wanting to win the game. Since they haven't played a test match there in 30 years, so it's difficult to judge them on that. And they should just go out there and look to win a test match, look to level the series. I think that's the only stat that will matter at the end of the day. And with the way they've been batting in the series, I think also that that century stat is under pressure, because they have had a century in each test that they've played since they arrived on the shores of the UK, and they've just generally been batting well. And with the way the wickets have been as well, they've accommodated that style of batting that they've been doing. And to be interesting how they'll go about things, because over the past week or so there has been some rain around, and maybe the wickets might have been in the covers for a little bit longer than usual. But by and large, as the test match does go on, I think it will get a little bit drier. I think it will get back to normal, and I think generally that Old Trafford wicket has been spin friendly over the years. So if it goes the way it has over the years, then I think the Indians will be in with a shout as well.
Well, India is known for spinners. The third question is on exactly the spinners, with them averaging at 51.30 at Old Trafford, the worst, I repeat, the worst amongst the English venues. Would it be wise to include Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav in tandem bowling to your English batters? Your views on it?
If they're going to go the two spinners route, I think the most important thing is that whichever two spinners they play, be it Jadeja and Kuldeep or Jadeja and Washington, whatever they do is that they just do their jobs and do it as well as they can. And I'd like to imagine that if they do go the Jadeja and Kuldeep route, Jadeja will play more of a holding role and Kuldeep will play more of an attacking role, just from the nature of the way he bowls and his action and him being something special as a Chinaman. And I think that should work if they go about that route. And even if they go the Jadeja Washington route, we saw how it worked in the previous test with Washington ended up getting 4 wickets in the second innings. And it's just about execution. And I'm sure the wickets will have a little bit for the spinners because that's how dry the British summer has been so far. And I know, like I said earlier, that the wickets might have been undercover for a little bit longer because of the little bit of rain that we had over the past week. But because it has been so dry, I think the wickets will still remain on the harder side of things. They might nip around here and there, but then the spinners will still play a big role in that. So I think the most important thing is that they actually do their role. They actually bowl well. They actually bowl well in partnership to be able to ensure that they put the team in the right position.
Well, Ben Stokes averages 39 against Jadeja, but strikes only 43. Should India look at applying pressure through spin, especially against Ben Stokes?
Yeah, Ben Stokes hasn't really lit it up thus far with the bat, and he has struggled a little bit. And the way the Indians have bowled to him, both the seamers and the spinners, has been very good, not giving him any free runs, making him work for his runs. And we saw how long he batted for that 40 odd he scored in the previous test, and everyone came up and then bowled their lines, bowled their attacking lengths. And even when the seamers were bowling, they bowled that good length and hard that you couldn't get underneath the ball to hit through the line. So I think they've bowled well to him, and I think that with Jadeja holding the end and Washington being a little bit more attacking to the lefties, I think it actually worked well. But if it doesn't, then the seamers have to come and do the job as well. So it's all about how the bowling unit bowls in and around him, in and around all the other batters, to ensure that they manage to do the damage for the team and then ensure that they put the team in the right position.
Well, thank you, John. We move on to Madan Lal. Of course, Madan Lal is the legendary Indian player who's played at the 1983 World Cup. And it's time for us to ask him a thing or two about what's happening in the test match today. Madan Baji, batting average of Old Trafford on day 3 and day 5 are 26 and 20, which is respectively very soft. Would opting to bat first after winning the toss be advantageous for India? Just imagine, third and fifth day, the bumpers we are trying to avoid.
Well, definitely, like if India wins the toss, it's my point of view that they should bat, but it all depends upon the condition, the weather forecast. That's what the captain and the coach has to see. But average, because fifth day average is going to be a little bit better, because then I don't think the ball is going to turn that much. And third day is hardly it turns. If it turns a little bit, it's not going to make any difference to the batsman. So I believe that you win the toss and bat. You don't want to bat on the fourth inning and get a lot of pressure. Even in the last test match, we didn't score 193 runs. So make sure you bat first.
Shubman Gill averages only 11.5 against the Jofra Archer. Would it be better to consider playing him in the middle rather than the opener in the English conditions, considering that Jofra Archer is just going to run in, steam in, bowl those Yorkers, get those ripping deliveries away and try to get him out earlier on? Your views?
No, I don't think so, because he's batting number 4 and he's doing very, very well. and the batsman doesn't like to change his number where he's getting runs. So Gill, I think, is a very good in the number 4. And he should play on that number. That's it. Changing a number, man, you telling the other team that you are in a panic.
Well, let's talk about Jamie Smith. Yes. Jamie Smith, Joe Root, Zach Crawley, and Ben Stokes all have excellent records at the Old Trafford. Will containing England's top order batter against the challenge for Indian bowlers at this ground?
Definitely, because if you want to win the test match, then you have to get the breakthrough in the early on. In cricket, if you get a wicket, 3-4 wickets in the early on, then you put a lot of pressure. Then we have a world class spinner. They can also put a lot of pressure. But definitely, all these players, Joe Root, the Smith and Crawley, or the top order, if you get them out, then you have a chance of winning the test match also.
Well, a little bit of fun when it comes to the WCL, of course. We've had a candid chat with Chris Gale. Just have a look at it. One boss promised another boss that he's going to win the match.
Happy birthday to the big boss, okay? Yeah. This was his present.
Yeah, that's very good. I wasn't feeling well, so I said to him to take rest.
Absolutely.
The best present you've given here, you have your eyes up on the trophy this time.
Well, that's what I want to give you, the trophy. But we have to win games to make it to the final 4. But the main prize is the trophy. This is for you, big boss.
How are you feeling? You excited about the catch that you took? We all know you for your big sixes, but what about the catch and the celebration?
Like I said, it was a bit of fun, good catch, good hands, still singing all properly, so that's very good. So hopefully I can take a few more catches tomorrow as well.
Absolutely. Any message to the fans out there?
No, it's good to see the fans turn out, it's fantastic, and we're looking forward to actually getting bigger and better as a ball on the tour.
So you said that what a talent it was. 2 balls, first two wickets. Are you happy, proud when you look at the top 11 players? Does that make you prouder?
Best beginning is half done. So it is like that. So when you do 2 wickets and 2 balls.
Where do you see that?
The format. So I will still believe in the last over. You are not win until you win the last ball.
But your front open bowler is so fit. He can still make it to the playing 11. Do you think so?
But he didn't lose the game though. Nah, he started real well. To pick up 2 wickets with the first 2 delivery, that was something fantastic from Fidel Edwards. And Catchwell backed him up as well. So the power play was actually key. And we started really well. And kind of set England back. Sam came in, batted well,
Right.
build the partnership and try to give the team a chance.
This was the 3rd fastest half century of the season this time. Your wicket keeper is going best. Your fast bowler is bowling one of the best spells. Does that make you feel happy and confident for the trophy?
Yeah, I'm happy. I mean, like I said, it's the 2nd game. I'm just happy with the 2 points, to be honest with you. We're trying to build some momentum, get another win, 3-4 games win, actually get a chance to the final.
Is that the best gift you're going to give to Mr.
No, it's not the best gift from me to Ben.
This was his birthday.
Absolutely.
No, it was Ben's birthday.
Yeah, big
celebrate
Ben.
the big man.
So this gift is for him.
Absolutely. So are we ready to cut the cake?
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Chan. Well, thank you, Madan Lal. We also have Toss Rizvi, who's been keeping a close eye on the ongoings and the surroundings. Let's hear him, what he has to talk about Chadwick Walton's inning. Yes, 83. That was the 3rd fastest half century of the tournament this year. Again, when you look at the innings together, the rest of the middle and lower order collapsed. Is the West Indian team overly reliant on 1-2 and Gale? Your views?
No, I wouldn't say over-reliance. Just that they did not put up their hands when it was needed. But the way this guy batted Walton was simply amazing. I mean, he needed that knock, 83 of just 50 balls with 5 sixes and 8 boundaries. But then you forget in the middle order, you had a Kyron Pollard who created a massive impact with that 30 of 16 balls. So some way or the other, your middle order did not fail. Yeah, Chris Gale got a good start with 21. Yeah, he could have been more faster, but then age is not on his side. So you can't expect much from him. Yeah, but one or days you might see him go hammer and tongs in one of the games. But yeah, the start, the most disappointing thing was Dwayne Smith getting back-to-back low profile, low scores is something disappointing. He got a duck in this game, particular game, Lendl Simmons got just 4 runs. So some way or the other, I wouldn't say, yeah, Dwayne Bravo did not live up to the expectation. He's got just one. Ashley Nurse was scored a duck. I mean, some way or the other, many did not contribute, but then the major contribution came in from Walton, yeah, the wicketkeeper batsman, and Kyron Pollard and Chris Gale, who gave a decent start. So I think it was compensated. I mean, the failure of the other batsmen was compensated by Walton, and you needed that. You need those kind of knocks, the individual knocks, the support from Pollard kind of knocks. So then it helps. It helps the team a lot. It helps the team to reach a respectable total of 164. But then, yeah, if there was a failure from Walton, if he wouldn't have got a 80, if he would have got a 20 or a 30, Pollard a 30, or the other batsman some 20, 30, then you need a solid team effort from the batters. But then when you get a good total, a good run from a top order batsman, then I think it's still fine. And the way West Indies bounced back in this game was very, very crucial. Beating England, and England was very, very important, and especially Fiddle Edwards. He delivered his heart out. Yeah, he got 4 wickets. So I think it's a good effort from West Indies. Yeah, there will be failures, there will be success, but then it's T20 cricket, the unpredictable format.
AB de Villiers later in the day smashed 63 of just 30 deliveries versus Indian champions. Does this prove that despite age, AB's striking ability in T20s remains as the most monstrous batting ever in the history of T20? Your views?
Of course, I mean, he is still fit. Yeah, this shows that this guy is still fit. AB de Villiers is, of course, we know his ability, we know his 360-degree style of play, but then it's about the mindset and how you remain fit, and that's what AB de Villiers was. Yesterday, he showed exactly he's not out. Even if you ask him to play in a youngsters league, a normal league, an IPL, or maybe some other league, he will be there. He will put up those performances. He'll play those scoops and those 360-degree style of play. He will hit those big sixes. He has the ability. And I mean, see, at the end of the day, it's cricketer's mindset, right? It's the muscle memory that helps the players when he gets older. But then it's only 2-3 years that EB has retired. So expecting him to be a flop or to not score runs will be surprising. Because yeah, that's AB de Villiers for you, and he's in the game. I mean, recently I saw him bat on a wheelchair, and the way he batted, the impact that he created, the powers that he hit sitting on a wheelchair, it's and hitting those shots is not easy. But then EB did it on his very second or third ball. So some way or the other, it's about talent, it's about the muscle memory and the hunger. I mean, he wanted to come back, right? He wanted to come back and play T20 World Cup last time, but he did not. The body did not allow him to. The parent body I'm talking about did not allow him to. Otherwise, he would have been there competing, or maybe could be the winner if he was in the finals of the T20 World Cup, which South Africa lost to India. So some way or the other, I don't doubt AB de Villiers' ability. He's just 41, right? He's 41 and he can deliver still now. And again, you should also give credit to the Indian bowlers, the way they bowled. I mean, you need to be special to bowl to AB de Villiers to get him out. So it's not going to be a cakewalk for anybody. The only person who get AB out is AB himself. Otherwise, it's very difficult. So yeah, you'll see a lot of magic in the coming matches.
Well, Indian champions, the first match against Pakistan was washed out and they faced a defeat against South Africa in the second game. In such a scenario, does it now seem difficult for India to make a comeback and be in the qualifiers, or at least in the classification matches? Your views?
Yeah, this match will definitely affect Team India's chances of being there up in the top knockout stages. But then at the end of the day, it's India. India can bounce back anytime, but then they'll have to win another 3 games continuously. The first game was washed out completely. The second game they lost to South Africa, which was very, very disheartening. Of course, for Team India, Yuvraj Singh did not bat in this particular game. So some way or the other, it has definitely dented the hopes. It might have dented the hopes. I hope it hasn't, because losing games is very very difficult for teams to bounce back after that. But then again, you have a team to face in Australia and England and then West Indies. So India will have to show that extraordinary skills that their batters have. They failed yesterday, disappointed miserably. They could. It was a difficult match. I mean, the way these guys batted, AB especially, and the way they bowled, it was a difficult match. And the way we gave away those wickets. So somewhere or the other, I think the chances have become meek, very, very difficult. But then that's cricket, it's unpredictable. And at the end of the day, it's a T20 format. India can bounce back if they win the next 3 games, but also pray that the other teams, lose their respective games. Then we stand a chance, Team India stand a chance to make it to the knockout stages. But then again, it's still a tough journey. 3 games against Australia, England, and West Indies. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a tough affair, but an exciting one and a new challenge. And these cricketers, they have lived up to the expectations in the past. They have delivered when it mattered. So I don't see why India cannot deliver in the next 3 games, the most important games of their life. In this particular stage of their career, the legends, and that is where they have to prove themselves. They have proven themselves as youngsters. Now they have to prove themselves as legend. And Yuvraj Singh's comeback with the bat will be very, very crucial.
Well, there you had it. You had 3 of the best voices of the game talking about the game in a show called Cricket, a special presentation from England. This is Sunil Yashkalra signing off from Birmingham in a noisy atmosphere, but I hope you like the presentation and the content that we brought you on this channel. Stay tuned. We'll be back after a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere else.